Welcome back. It's time now for a weekly segment focusing on what is happening on the cultural front. And our Kim Nari joins us here in the studio. Welcome, Nari.
Hello.
Hello, Nari. Now, you were gone last week and you had to attend this Korean food festival in Xi'an, is that right?
Yeah, Xi'an.
Xi'an.
Or Xi'an.
Okay.
I know, Chinese pronounce difficult.
What was that like?
Well, who would say no to delicious food? Most of the people in Xi'an who tried Korean food definitely gave it the thumbs up. These people were able to taste a little bit of Korean cuisine at the Korean Food Festival held at the end of September in Xi'an, located in the middle of mainland China. The Korean Food Cultural Foundation was invited to the city where not many people are exposed to food other than Chinese to present traditional Korean dishes. I followed the journey from Korea to China to see how they are striving to make Korean food world-renowned. Grand, rich in culture, with a fascinating history, Chinese food is a favorite internationally, and the image of China is well known across the globe, as it has long been one of the world's most important countries. And now, neighboring Korea is knocking on the door of the center of China to proudly present Korean cuisine. There's no doubt in the fact that there's no better way to win the minds of people than through mouth-watering food. And right here in Xi'an, one of the birthplaces of ancient civilizations in China, Korean food is served in an attempt to win the people's favor. Grumbling stomachs led people to the Korean Food Festival in Xi'an. Korean food is quite popular among Chinese people, and the Consulate General of Korea in Xi'an organized the event to allow people a little taste of Korea.
중국에는 대장금이라는 그 드라마가 아주 많이 알려져 있습니다. 그래서 한국 음식을 다 먹고 싶어 하는데 실제로 섬서성에는 한국 음식, 제대로 된 한국 음식이 아직은 그걸 판매하는 식당이 없습니다. 그래서 서울에서 직접 한국음식문화재단에 오셔가지고 한국 음식을 직접 만드셔서 이런 섬서성 서안 국민들에게 보여줌으로써 더욱더 한국의 전통 문화를 알려주는 기회를 마련했습니다.
在电视剧上看过，韩剧上，可是呢，就是看现实，就是很真实的那样感觉。
韩国的菜就是品种很多，摆一大桌，所以到你们韩国的时候，玩得很开心，吃得很好。
The colorful food that is neatly displayed on the table is more than enough to get your mouth watering. The Korean Food Cultural Foundation, all the way from Jinju in southern Korea, was specially invited to serve traditional Korean dishes in the Chinese city.
작년에 진주의 그 유명한 그 유등 축제 기간 중에 서안에 있는 사진 촬영가 협회 회원들이 한 20여 분 진주를 방문하셨습니다. 한식을 정성껏 그 풀코스로 만찬을 해서 그 한국 음식에 대한 매력과 감동을 느껴서 그분들이 저희들을 적극 추천해 주셔서 서안에 와서 이 행사를 하게 된 겁니다.
The Cultural Foundation had to prepare for this event from Jinju before flying into China. The president of the foundation and volunteers' hands were busy preparing meals for over 1,200 people. One apartment turned into a kitchen as chefs stayed overnight preparing traditional Korean royal cuisine and dishes served at noble feasts. The chefs never once took a break from cooking, decorating, frying, and putting the final touches on the meals.
한국은 오방식을 굉장히 의미를 두기 때문에 제가 천년염색하고 그다음에 저장식까지 고르고 제철 구하고 해가지고 한 달 정도 교방식 준비하는 데 걸렸어요.
Some of the ingredients were not allowed to be brought into China, so to prepare the authentic Korean dishes, the chefs had to go to markets in Xi'an to get all the materials they needed.
사실은 지금 거의 못 가져오죠. 실제로는 전혀 여기하고 틀린 기후적인 조건 때문에 틀린 게 많아요. 그래서 우리 정통성을 굳이 잊어버려야 되는 거, 젓갈 같은 거 이런 거는 제가 가져왔어요. 그리고 이제 고기 같은 거, 한우 같은 불고기 같은 한우는 여기 영상원님께서 가장 좋은 등급으로 중국의 걸 마련해 주셨어요.
Not allowing people to taste the food displayed would certainly be torture. So the foundation served the food they prepared for the well over 1,000 people for them to experience the real taste of Korea. And the Korean society in Xi'an is thrilled to see the Xi'an citizens lining up to taste the dishes, saying that it is true food diplomacy.
Total vegetable and rice mixing.
그리고 작년에 이제 우리가 이제 그 한국 음식 문화 전시회를 했습니다. 하면서 떡볶이다, 뭐 김밥이다, 분식 종류를 하면서 엄청 인기가 있었습니다. 원래 또 해야 되겠다 이렇게 이제 마음을 먹고 있었는데 우리 한국 음식을 소개해 주시니 우리 그 한인들로서는 아주 그 진심으로 환영하고 아주 그 크게 아주 그 소망을 가집니다.
Even though it was well past lunch, the smell of dishes stopped people in their tracks by drawing them to experience bibimbap, the mixed dish with rice, vegetables, and meat. And almost everyone that tried it gave it rave reviews.
味道还可以，味道还可以，甜甜带一点甜味儿。有甜味儿有点甜味儿，吃着还可以，味道还行。没有那个勺子吗？不过我吃着和大陆咱们中国菜都是差不多的，都是这一类东西啊。这个味儿就是有点辣。
Government officials from Xi'an, including the mayor and university professors, also were invited to have lunch at the Korean Food Festival. Following careful instructions, they enthusiastically mixed the bibimbap before they actually dug in.
吃过烤肉，但是呢，这样的拌饭我是第一次，我感觉非常好不光是味道好，看到里边那个配的各种菜都是属于健康食品，所以我希望你们能够在西安也搞这样的一个餐饮店也会受到市民的欢迎的。
韩国的这个料理。 包括今天的料理呢，给我留下的印象非常深刻。特别今天这个用的餐具都是古铜色的，显得非常的古老，文化的感觉很重。下次还想多吃。
The Korean Food Festival is not only about introducing common Korean dishes like bibimbap to people from different countries. It is also a way to boost the export of Korean agricultural products.
우리의 우수한 농산물을 해외로 수출할 수 있는 가장 좋은 방법이 한식 세계화라고 볼 수 있거든요. 우리의 그 한식을 주로 하는 식당들이 세계인의 입맛을 사로잡으면 세계 각국으로 갈 수 있는 가장 좋은 방법이 한식 세계화이기 때문에 이런 역할들이 상당히 커질 거라고 생각을 합니다.
Xi'an is known as one of the oldest cities in Chinese folklore, with its ancient and cultural treasures everywhere the eye can see. But with its location in central China, the city isn't the easiest place for other countries to do business. However, with its remarkable history, more and more tourists began to come to the city. And as one way to become a major tourist spot, the city opened a 24-hour shopping mall at the end of September, and this is where the Korean Food Festival was held.
한국 음식 세계화를 내 나라에서 앉아서 부르짖을 게 아니라 이렇게 발로 뛰면서 한국 음식 세계화를 실천한다면 훨씬 더 하루라도 빠르게 한국 음식 세계화에 이르게 되리라 생각합니다.
There are many ways to promote one's culture through art, music, even beliefs and customs. But food could be one of the most effective ways to impress people, and Korea is continuously striving to reach out to people around the world, hoping Korean food will one day be a global favorite.
Well, Nadia, as they say, the best way to a man's heart is through his stomach, right? In this case, people, of course.
Now, will there be more of these Korean festivals in China?
Well, the Korean Consul General in Xi'an is to organize more events like these, and this is on top of festivals for Korean fast food like kimbap and tteokbokki that have already taken place in Xi'an. There's also no doubt that people of Xi'an love kimbap, as I saw a number of kimbap restaurants there. The people there told me the Korean wave is one of the major reasons for the considerable interest in Korean food, and now that they have tasted some of the most famous dishes, there may be no going back.
All right, Maddie, thank you for that report.
Thank you.